All right, good morning, everyone. It is another blistering cold day out here in southern Wyoming. Definitely waiting for some warmer weather. That will be really nice. But in the meantime, figured I'd do another build / installation video since you guys seem to like those really a lot. And I went ahead and got me the Hutch Mountain propane conversion kit for my Honda 2200i. Now this is going to set up really well. I can still use gas in an emergency, and I can still put some stabilized 1 gallon of stabilized fuel up in here. But the really big benefit to the propane is that I've got those two 40-pound propane tanks up front that I'll use to not only run my heat, my fire pit, but I can also use it for electricity generation, so I can just try to keep everything under one fuel source. So I've been wanting to do this for quite a while. So let's go ahead and get into this box, and I'll have you follow along. The installation actually looks pretty easy. You drill a couple holes, unbolt a few things. Shouldn't be too bad. This is the first time I'm kind of getting into this, so let's see what we got. Alright, we have the main supply regulator that they come with. Okay, that's awesome. Supply regulator comes with their style of quick disconnect. I forgot what this one's called. It's different than the ones that I have, but it can easily be swapped out later if I want, or I can just go ahead and hang on to this. It doesn't matter. I got the low pressure regulator and the standard connection to the propane tank. I will be modifying this since I actually am putting back on a low pressure regulator on my dual tank setup, so I won't need this part. And I'll just plumb this big old bastard in here. This is the, I believe it's the supply regulator, so it'll just automatically supply the the generator with the propane that it needs. Got the primer button, so that's pretty cool. Alright, got my thank you from Hutch Mountain. Just wanted to say thank you. Really hope you like our products, provided with peace of mind. Looking for all the good things. Best to you and your family. Reach out with any questions. We are here to help. Hutch Mountain team. Thanks, Jonathan. And then it looks like they actually legitimately signed that. Yeah, they did. I can see the little raise there. That's a nice little touch. Thanks, Hutch Mountain. And mind you, they did not send this to me for free. I haven't contacted them at all. I paid for this with all my own money. In fact, I didn't even get a discount. I didn't even ask for one. Just bought it because I wanted it. So I got the instruction manual. Got the, ooh, what's this? Oh, that's kind of cool. I think they sent me like a little gift in here. Look at this. This looks like one of those little lighters. What is this? I don't know. Oh no, it's just it's just the it looks like some spare parts. Okay, like little rings and gaskets, but it comes in like this little cool little capsule here. Oh, fuel jet. Okay, so if I need to change the fuel jet or anything like that, so nice little touch. I like that. Let's see what that is. Oh, and then the stickers. This is awesome. They make some really high quality stickers for this this conversion kit, you guys, that I can put on. So I'll be replacing this one here, and then gasoline on, engine off. Yeah. Oh, and they give you a choice whether you want mostly black or red, or that's cool. I like that. They really do include everything you need. This is the internal hose that will be connected up into here and then stick out there. And this looks like probably like a 3/8-inch fuel hose, like that. LP gas. Yep, 350 psi. So that's good. And then a little bit of parts kits. I don't know about you, but I always keep these little bags that they come with because they're actually super handy. So I have the other quick disconnect for the end here, the right angle, washers, and the new supplied propane gaskets. These are the tools that I have laid out. It's a flathead screwdriver, an 8mm socket, a 5/8 open-end wrench, and just your standard crescent wrench. We're going to go ahead and open this up. You can see the inside of it here, nice and clean. I try to keep Try to run a tight ship. Keep everything nice, neat, and clean. Looks pretty good. Now we're going to go ahead and install the actual fitting right here. And I saw another YouTuber do this. Fate Unbound, I believe, was the channel name. And it actually worked out pretty well. So I am going to copy them. And yes, I know many other people have done an install video on this, but it's my channel. I like making videos, and you guys like the build stuff, so why not? All right. So you can see here, I line the outside edge of this tape up, coming up right here. Makes a nice mark right there. On the instructions, it says I want you to come up 3/4 of an inch. So let's go ahead and do that. And you can use a tape measure or whatever, but I have calipers and yeah, works pretty well. And I want you to come up 3/4 of an inch from this upper lip right here. So I'm just going to go ahead and make a quick mark. There we go. Toward a little bit, but that's okay. So you can see right there is where we're going to want to make this hole. So I have a couple drill bits. Now I happen to have some step bits here, and this is what they recommend, and I absolutely love these things. If you guys don't have any step bits, really suggest getting them. These things are worth their weight in gold. They are expensive, but man, are they amazing. I'm going to double check, make sure nothing's underneath there. It'll go straight shot. And we're going to drill this to a 9/16 hole, okay? And then on my bigger step bit, I have the 9/16 ring marked out. So double check, looks good. I'm gonna go ahead and just drill this right on down. Looks good. Yep. Okay. Boom. Bada bing. Bada boom. Now, obviously, you don't need the tape anymore because now I know where it's going. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of unnerving to drill into your, $1,000+ generators, but the benefit is mucho better. And I can go back and forth between propane and gas, which is really nice. There we go. It's there. And another really nice benefit about step bits that I really love as I drop it are the fact, and I'll show you here. Let me get this tape off so I can show you a little bit better. Is that at least for the top part of it, you don't have to chamfer or deburr the hole, which is really nice. So check this out. So you can see what I'm saying there. As long as you just start to ever so slightly barely go up to the next size hole, it chamfers it and deburrs it. Gives a nice flush finish there. It's deburred and all that good stuff. All right. Now we're going to take our 8mm socket and we're going to remove this air filter, or the air filter box. Make sure you don't lose any of these. And you can use a low-powered screwdriver if you want. And I have one. It's just it's easier to do this, so that's what I do. So drop everything. Okay. Yeah, your breather hose. We're gonna slide off underneath. And pull the whole assembly out. All right. All right. And what Hutch Mountain wants you to do is they want you to take this and route the propane line behind the 3 pink lines. Okay. In addition, we want you to go behind these 2 fuel lines here. Alrighty. There we go. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take one of the supplied washers. Place this on here. It's going to be a backer. I'm going to stick that up there. sure there's enough room. Looks like there is. We're going to put this end on top. Perfect. And then we're going to take our 90-degree adapter. And now notice that these already have the sealant on there, so we don't need to put anything else on there. Screw this on here. And tight. Now I'm going to use my 5-inch wrench as a backer underneath. Hold that. And speed wrench. Right. I'm going to tighten this so that the torque faces forward, because when it runs away from the camera, the torque can face me, and I'm going to so it's going to be much better. That was my application. There we go. Alright. That is nice and tight on there. Perfect. And none of the lines are really squeezed, nothing's pinching. Perfect. Alright. Now, pretty straightforward. We're going to take our new supplied gaskets that they give us. We're going to put one. You do not want to use the old gasket. I want to put the new gasket on and put the propane conversion. Slide that on there. I'll slide new gasket. Boom. Okay. Once again, I'm just making sure that all the lines are routed nice and neat, so nothing's pinched. Perfect. Okay. So we have this part on now. Now in the kit they include this little nylon washer here. And that's going to go on the back right here. So we're going to put our bolt back. We're going to put this washer in. Alright, and it's going to be a tight fit, I can only assume. So adding a bunch of cool stuff in here. There we go. Now they say not to tighten this, but just get a few threads in there. There we go. Okay. Now, one thing that I do know is that once we put this on, due to the added length of the gaskets in here, that these bolts are only going to stay on maybe a couple threads. And I do know that other YouTube videos have asked about that, and you kind of got to push on here pretty good to get this thing started here. But Hutch Mountain assures that this is totally normal and it's just fine. So I'm gonna come on here, screw this on, and same thing over here. You're only going to be able to get a couple threads on here. There we go. Okay. Yeah, so that is literally only a couple threads on there. Now, if you want, and I am going to do it because I am paranoid about things, is now that both these on, I'm going to take one off at a time and just put a little dab of Loctite on there just so that it doesn't vibrate loose, because it's not on by much. But yeah, Hutch Mountain says that you do not have to do this, but I just like to be extra safe. Not much, just a little bit. A little dab will do you. And by a little dab, I mean, well, that was a lot, but whatever. Okay, and these are just going to be hand tight. Once again, get this one off now. Okay, and now that I have that bolt on pretty tight, this one's showing up a lot better. There we go. Put this thread back on. And remember, the factory torque for this is like 22 inch-pounds, so it's not much. Just enough. Nice and snug. Okay. Now, don't forget your breather hose. Breather hose is back. Now, what I'm doing right now is just verifying that nothing's pinched, fuel lines are nice and open. Okay. There we go. Alright. Now, turn this a little bit. I can see why they wanted the this little tiny zip tie here. So, if you can see in here, without the zip tie, this propane line would be kind of squeezing in on the fuel line right in here. So, what they want us to do is go ahead and zip tie it. Push it through that. And they want us to make sure that this is passed on this side of this hose clamp, so it pulls that fuel line, or pulls the propane line out and away. And I can now understand why. Boom. Okay, it's looking good so far. Let's hook up the next part. All right, we're gonna hook up the other quick disconnect fitting here. Start screwing that on there. Always use a backer. 7/8. Oh, it's 7/8. Look at that. Perfect. Oh, that's much better. Oh yeah, I can get more room in there now. There we go. Nice and tight. Or as the Germans say it, guten tight. Now, I've kind of had to angle this over a little bit because I got this security bracket right there, which makes it so hopefully people can't steal my stuff. Which I actually just recently had some propane tanks stolen, which really sucked. Sometimes people suck, but I guess it was my bad because I didn't have it tied down or locked down, and I should have, so, you know, lesson learned. Boom. Oh, that's perfect, man. Gosh, that looks good. Let's see if I can turn this just a little bit. So I kind of have a little bit of a, not full on OCD, but just enough so that I want everything to line up and be pretty. Perfect, look at that. And these tap together. Everything looks like it's fitting. Boom. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and put this bad boy back together, shall we? Putting stuff back together. Just like that. Pre-filter, filter. Perfect. I love doing projects like this with you guys. I'm also one of those people that just like can't leave well enough alone. I've always got to mod and tinker and everything, and I don't know. It's always fun. There we go. Just back in there. Perfect. Everything looks good, nice and tidy. Double checking. Okay. Put the cover back on. I think the only complaint I have about this is that it requires tools to get in here. I kind of wish it was toolless, but I mean, to be honest, I always have, you know, a coin that you can put in there or a big flathead screwdriver with me anyway, so it's not really a big deal, but would have been a nice little touch. So, okay, look at that, guys. The Hutch Mountain propane conversion kit is now on. So, I say it is time to test. I am back now on my secret laboratory sidewalk where nobody is around. So, we're going to go ahead and start this up. Before you go ahead and start this up with propane, you have to run the the fuel dry. So let's go ahead and do that now, okay? I'm actually just gonna go ahead and start this up. Switch it to on, eco mode's off, fuel's open, choke is on. Okay. It's been starting a little bit here. I'm going to let this come up to temperature for just a little bit before I go ahead and start it up on propane for the first time. Alright, now that it's coming to temperature, what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut the fuel off all the way. But I'm not going to turn the generator off. I'm just going to let it run out of fuel. There. Now, this could take up to about 2 minutes to go ahead and drain the fuel out of all the lines. You just want to make sure there's no fuel in the lines before we start up with the propane. All right, so propane, or the fuel just ran out in the generator, so we're going to go ahead and put on our regulators here. Put those on tight. Come on. Damn it. There we go. Alright. Just going to screw this on here. Now in the directions, it does say that this needs to be upright. This is the low pressure regulator and the supply regulator, that this needs to be sticking straight up, okay? So we're gonna take the hose off, pull the collar back, insert rod A into slot B. That's what she said. We're gonna go ahead and turn on our propane, okay? Propane's on. Now, we want to push the primer button for about half a second to a second, they say. Okay. Set this over here. All right, so while keeping the generator on and in just the fuel off position, and keep everything the same, you do not need a choke. We're gonna go ahead and turn it and see how quickly she starts. 2 pulls. That's pretty awesome. It's running off propane right now. Now, another thing that's actually really cool about this is Hutch Mountain gives you a new nozzle jet in here. I need to read up on it, but what that'll allow me to do is that at high altitudes, I can adjust how much propane it gives it, have a smooth idle. Because here in Cheyenne, we're at about 6,000 feet. So eco mode is off. This is full throttle. Let's see if it stutters when I go to eco. No, she doesn't. That's actually pretty damn smooth. I don't think I'm gonna have to adjust that at all. We'll see. We'll have to run it for a little bit, but yeah. So far, I am really liking this. I think this will really extend how much I can run my my generator with. So, and if you guys don't have a Honda generator, man, whew, I do love them. It is pricey, I know, but compared to some of the other really cheap ones out there, I don't know. I just I really trust Honda. So, all right, let's get this thing back inside, shall we? Oh, and they always say when you turn it off, shut the propane off at the tank and let it die naturally. Look at that. Now there's only one more thing I forgot to do, and that's the sticker. I mean, the conversion kit's not really done unless you do the sticker, right? Let's do it. It's gotta be straight. Right there. Alright guys, so I just want to thank you for following along, watching this video. I hope you like what I'm showing you. The install of the Honda EU2200i with the propane conversion kit from Hutch Mountain was awesome, super easy. I implore you guys to go ahead and try it for yourselves if you haven't. It definitely gives you some extra options to go ahead and run your generator while you're out boondocking, camping, RVing, or whatever life takes you. Another side note is this can also use natural gas. You just gotta have to get another adapter for this so it can hook up to the hose, but it should just run just fine. So now I can run on fuel or gasoline, propane, or natural gas if I'm so inclined. So I will go ahead and put this on my camper. This will start powering it when I'm out place, so I don't have to carry fuel. I'll still keep stabilized unleaded fuel in here just as an emergency, or if I need to take it off somewhere that I can't reach with the propane hose. But I think this will do perfect for my needs. So once again, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, like, comment, share, subscribe again, and if you don't like me, subscribe 3 times, and that'll really show me what's what. Okay, all right guys, I will talk to you and I'll see you on the next video. And yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do with the camper yet, but we'll find out later.